to read the book?
We will go over the book, yes. We're going to kind of go over a few things, pause. Okay, so now let's go into Zoom. Okay, I just want to make sure we have everything ready to roll. So, post video.
Line's actually doing something I like. He wants to phase out use of private prisons. I'm all for that.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll introduce, I'll go over the lesson with you, and then we will go watch the video, and then we'll restart the lesson, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hey, you got a good voice for teaching. It carries well.
I have a loud voice, I'm sorry.
That's not a bad thing.
All right, we're ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're recording. All right, so can you say what your name is?
Clay.
And how old are you?
8.
And what grade are you in?
3rd.
3rd. Okay. So today what we're going to work on is nonfiction, and we're going to be working on doing a spin on a KWL, and we're also going to be going over topics, subtopics, and details within our reading today. So the first thing is the reading that we're going to do is Fly Guy Presents Sharks. So what do you know about sharks in general?
That they are very dangerous.
They're very dangerous. Okay, so we are going to do the KWL. Do you know what a KWL is? So that's going to be something that we know, something that we think we know, and then what you wonder. So we're going to kind of put all this together. So one thing that you know, can you go ahead and say that again, was what?
That they're very dangerous.
Okay, so you can go ahead and write that down and what you know. Okay, anything else that you think?
That what I know is that they don't come in and just try to bite at nothing. They come in and just do a bite test.
So they like test it and then they decide if that's food or not.
Yeah.
So, okay, put that down. You can put it short term if you want. Just put taste first. Perfect. Okay. So let's go to what you think you know. What are some things that you're not 100%, but you think?
I think that that other sharks actually come up, and I think that sharks go down deep in the ocean and eat try to eat each other.
You think they try to eat each other? Okay. Put that down. Okay. And what's one thing that you wonder about them that you think we might learn while we read the book?
That I wonder if they go so deep in the ocean where there's like sharks where you don't even know exist.
So you think that there's going to be some that are down there that are deep that we don't know exist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Go ahead and write that down.
Some this year.
Well,
Already.
Just let's say we're looking to see how many
species.
Yes, that's a good answer. So while he writes this down, what we will do is we are going to pause. We are going to read through the book, and then we will reconvene after that.
Try to figure out how many species.
Just say, let's do how many species there are. Don't worry about try, just put how many species there are. Okay, on here, because I forgot one part, so before we read it here. before we start, he was just finishing writing his last sentence. We are going to also, while we're reading, we are going to be talking about topics, subtopics, and details. So, do you know what a topic is?
Yeah.
What's a topic?
It's kind of like an index or something. No, not really. But it's like a little circle, like a little thing. What I don't really know, but
Okay, so the topic in nonfiction text, it's important to have an idea of the overall structure and how to know which information supports which topics. So topics sometimes can be broken into subtopics. So we might have sharks. The kind of sharks there are could be a subtopic. So sharks is going to be the main one. Okay, so then we'll go into with like after we find out what topic we have and how our subtopics work, then we'll see what details kind of bring everything together. So throughout the book, we will stop and we will talk about that and we'll write them down here, okay? All right.
do I have to write about topics?
We will here in just a second, okay?
Boy had a pet fly named Fly Guy. Fly Guy could say the boy's name, Buzz. Buzz and Fly Guy were at the aquarium. Let's go see the sharks, said Buzz. Fly Guy seemed scared. Sharks are cool, said Buzz. There's nothing to be afraid of here at the aquarium. They dived in to find out more. Scientists have found about 400 different kinds of sharks. Each shark has amazing abilities. The top one is the gray reef shark. The middle one is the blue shark. And the bottom one is the leopard shark. The spiny dogfish shark. The basking shark. The prehistoric shark. And the prehistoric shark tooth. Sharks have been around for over 400 million years. Sharks are fish. They live in bodies of water all over the world, even in lakes and rivers. Like other fish, sharks can breathe through gills. Gills. The Fly Guy is pointing at the gills of the shark. A shark's skeleton is made up of cartilage. Sharks don't have any bones. No bones? That's a hammerhead shark. Great white shark. Cartilage makes sharks flexible. They can turn quickly to catch a bite to eat. And the coral sharks at the bottom. Sharks have many rows of teeth. Only the front row is used for eating. That's the jaws of a nurse shark. The mouth of a shark can hold thousands of teeth at one time. Those are cookie cutter shark jaws. Jaws of a tiger shark. A sand tiger shark. Wow, that looks scary. Most sharks are carnivorous. They eat meat such as fish and seagulls. That is a white-tip reef shark. A shark uses its sharp teeth to rip its prey. Then a shark swallows the meat whole without even chewing. I'm hungry. How about a tuna fish sandwich, says Buzz. Not all sharks eat meat. It's a picture of a whale shark. The whale shark is the largest shark in the world. It eats small plants called plankton and other tiny plants. Plants. Close-up of plankton. And that's a close-up picture of whale shark teeth. Most sharks have rough skin made of denticles. That's a picture of a blue shark. And then there's the blue shark's tiny denticles. It feels hard and sharp. Denticles protect sharks from harm. Great white shark. Rough and tough. A great white shark's denticles. Ooh, they look spiky. A Greenland shark denticles. Nurse sharks have smoother skin than most sharks. It feels feels like sandpaper. Other fish have smooth, slippery scales. A shark's teeth can bite right through them. There's a picture of sandpaper. Dan's thinking about what that shark must feel like. Sharks have super senses that makes them great hunters. It's a moose's smooth hound shark and a big-eyed hound shark. Then it shows a picture of their nose and its ear. A shark can hear its prey moving underwater. It can even hear a fish's muscles moving as it swims. That is a white-tip reef shark. A shark has special eyesight that helps it navigate through the dark and murky water. Look at that lesser spotted dogfish's eye. It's called a small spotted cat shark. People need special glasses to see in the dark, but a shark can feel its prey nearby without even seeing. Sharks are very smart. They have brains just like humans and flies. They have super sensitive noses to sniff out their next meal. 2/3 of a shark's brain is used for smelling. The great white shark. A great white shark can smell blood from 3 miles away. Wow. Many baby sharks, which are called pups, hatch from eggs. A mother shark can have up to 100 pups at a time. A swell shark embryo within the egg. A newborn swell shark coming out of its egg case. Oh, that's really neat. Puppies. A newborn shark pup resting. Most sharks live to be about 25 years old. That's way longer than the life of a fly. A newborn living shark is swimming away from its mother. Sharks do not sleep. Most have to keep moving in order to breathe. Sharks are super fast swimmers. They can move up to 25 miles per hour, but they cannot swim backwards. The top is a white-tip reef shark and the bottom one is a goblin shark. Doesn't that look weird? Some sharks are nocturnal hunters. They are more active at night. In the dark, the cookie cutter shark uses a special light called luminescence. This light makes the shark look smaller so that its prey is not scared away. The shark surprises its prey and takes a cookie-sized bite. The cookie cutter shark glows in the dark. Wow, said Buzz. We learned a lot about sharks today. They're so cool. Fly Guy was not scared anymore. Fly Guy, said Buzz, I can't wait for our next field trip.
Okay, I'm gonna turn on the recording again. Play. All right, so we just finished watching the Fly Guy Shark book. So before we start in on the topics, I want to go back over the what I know, what you think you know, and what you wondered. So when we talked about what you wondered, what was that you had asked?
How many species are there? There's around 400.
Yep, and so that stated that at the beginning. So there is something that you were able to take from that. Is there anything else that you learned when you were reading this? Maybe not on here, but just in general?
Yes, that sharks do not sleep.
They do not sleep. How do they breathe?
Through their gills.
And do they have to keep moving for that to happen?
No.
They don't?
I can't remember.
Okay. All right, so we're going to come up here to the topic, subtopic, and details. So when we read through that book, I'm going to share my screen here. There is a part here that I want to go over. Okay, so when we look at this page here and we see, what do you notice about the page?
I noticed that there's a bunch of, he's like at the bottom of the ocean.
Okay.
And then there's a bunch of black and white fish around him.
Okay, when we're looking at the page, and maybe not so much the picture, what do you notice about the words? Do you notice anything?
Yes, that they have those little things around them.
This here, the parentheses?
Yeah.
Okay, so one thing I want you to notice is on a nonfiction down here, do you see how there's this little like...
It's like a little text box.
Yes, so that's here is going to be kind of talking about what is in the picture, or this is what we could probably call the topic of this page. So on this page, we could say the white tip reef shark is the topic.
Mhm.
Okay, so what we're going to be talking about, and then this is a picture about it, and then it talks about what it is. So it's saying here that most sharks are carnivorous, and that they eat meat such as fish and seagull. Okay, so that would be some subtopics. Would be what then? Do you think?
The subtopic is kind of like a text box, but not really.
So it's going to be more going over what is within the. So this tells us what it is. The topic is going to say, hey, so we have. Go ahead and write down this. So we have the white tip reef shark. Okay, and then our subtopic up here, this is this paragraph right here we're going to see here is going to talk about, so if I read most sharks are carnivorous, do you know what carnivorous means? That means they eat meat, okay? And they eat fish and seagulls, okay? So if we're looking at that, so what do you think of this? That this is the, what do they want us to know out of this paragraph? What's the, if there is one little thing that they want us to know?
They eat meat.
Correct. Okay, so that could be our subtopic for this one. So can you put that in there? Good. All right. So then the last part of this is the details. What details? So what out of this paragraph could you say that was it?
That and the details are like, is it out of the picture?
Well, what do they eat?
Meat.
Okay, but what kind? What does it say here? You're good.
Fish and
Seagulls.
seagulls.
Seagulls. Do you know what seagulls are?
Kind of.
Those bird things?
Yeah.
So that would be our details. We don't have to know that they eat fish and seagulls because they told us that they already ate meat. This is just extra so that we have a better visual of what type of meat that they eat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So a few tips as well. So like if we look back through here, this book is a little different. It doesn't break it out quite as much, but like here again, so could on this page, hang on, let's just share the screen one more time. On this page, what do you think our topic is?
Our topic is mostly right, it's kind of right there.
Okay, what was the thing that in the last one? How did we pick out our topic? What about the word? Yes, what is that?
No shark.
A nurse shark, yes. And why did that stick out to you?
Because on the last one, there's this little blue thing, and that told us about the white tip reef shark.
Perfect.
And then this one is a nurse shark.
Perfect. So the topic, so this is going to be our topic, and most of them will be like bolded or like stuck out some way, so that way you know beforehand. So again, so nurse sharks have smoother skin than most sharks. It feels like sandpaper. So on that sentence, what do you think our subtopic is then?
Our subtopic is probably, where is it? Sandpaper.
You think it's sandpaper? So what is the sandpaper describing?
That the shark feels like sandpaper.
So I'm going to guess that probably our subtopic is talking about more the skin, right?
Yeah.
And then our description is going to, or a detail is going to be
sand.
Yes, good job. All right. So, again, so today we went over 8.3, which is the topic, subtopic, and details, which we just did. And then we did our 9.3, which was going to be the spin on a KWL. So we've learned some different things. We've seen that we already knew. Do you have any questions on this?
I have how many sharks is there like called a catfish shark?
I don't know if there's a catfish shark, but we can look.
Probably not.
Nope, there's not one named a catfish. Nope, they're just some catfish that they say are similar to sharks.
Oh.
Good?
But I know I was reading this book and there was I can't remember the shark's name for it, but a tiger shark came up and like bit it
Oh, really?
and it was dead.
Perfect. All right, well, I think we're good, so we're going to stop here, okay?
Yeah.
Perfect.
So are we done?
Huh?
You want to answer any more questions?
We're good, I think.
Yeah.